Celebrity Box TV presents Akanni Olode Oru, the miracle of Akanni Olode. Welcome to Celebrity Box TV, your number one destination for captivating Yoruba-inspired stories filled with culture, suspense, emotion, and powerful life lessons. Today's story is titled Akanni Olode Oru. Before we begin, kindly like this video, subscribe to Celebrity Box TV, and turn on the notification button for you to never miss on any of our exciting stories. Also, let us know in the comment section where you're watching from. Now, sit back, relax, and enjoy today's story. Long before the cities were built, long before roads connected kingdoms, when hunters were respected more than kings, there lived a fearless hunter whose name echoed through every village. Akanni Olode Oru. The mere mention of his name sent wild animals and running into hiding. He was known as a fearless hunter who feared nothing except the Almighty Creator, Olodumare. Every morning before the first cock crowed, Akanni would kneel before Olodumare to thank him for yet another day. By his side was the love of his life, his beautiful and devoted wife, Ashabi. The love between Akanni and Ashabi was admired throughout the kingdom. They never quarreled, they respected each other, they laughed together, they worked together, they worshipped Olodumare together. The only thing missing from their happiness was a child. For 12 painful years they waited. Every year brought fresh disappointment. Every naming ceremony reminded them of their emptiness. Every child that ran past their compound reminded Ashabi of what she lacked. Women whispered behind her back, maybe she can never conceive. And others mocked Akanni. Boya Eshinu Weni Akanni. A great hunter who cannot produce an heir. But Akanni never abandoned his wife. Every night he held her hands and said, Ashabi, people may laugh today, but Olodumare never forgets those who trust him. Ashabi would wipe away her tears and reply, as long as we have God, I still have hope. Their periods continue, their fasting continue, their faith remained strong. Years came and years went, still no child. Umashio. Then one unforgettable day, the sky suddenly changed. The dark clouds covered the heavens and thunder roared like angry spirits. Lightning flashed from mountains to mountains, strong winds shook every tree. The elders immediately warned every hunter, no one should enter the forest today, the spirits are angry. And every hunter obeyed, every hunter except one. Akanni quietly entered his room. He dressed in his hunting attire. He tied his traditional charms around his waist, picked up his hunting spear, his shining lantern, his bright hunting torchlight, and prepared to leave. Ashabi quickly stood before him and said, my husband, please don't go today. This storm is unlike any other. And Akanni gently held her face, and he said, if Olodumare has written my death today, no house, no shelter can protect me. But if he has written the miracle, no storm can stop me from receiving it. He smiled, he turned and disappeared into the thick forest. The rain beat heavily against his body. The deeper he walked, the darker the forest became. Strange birds cried from heaven and cried from hidden trees, and the monkeys fled from branch to branch, fearful and scared of the weather. The wind whistled like unseen voices, and still Akanni the fearless refused to turn back. Hours passed, and suddenly a terrifying roar shook the entire forest, and the ground trembled. Trees shook violently, and they shook heavily. Standing before him was the biggest lion he had ever seen. Its mane flowed like fire, its eyes burned with fury, Its claws dug deep into the earth. For a moment, even Akanni stood still. Then the lion charged. The battle had begun. The beast leaped through the air. Akanni rolled away. Its claws ripped across his shoulder. Blood stained his hunting clothes. He fought back with everything he had. The lion attacked again. Akanni struck. The fight continued. Minutes felt like hours. Neither was one willing to surrender. But finally, gathering every remaining strength, Akanni cried out, "Oh Olodumare o!" With one mighty strike, the lion collapsed. Silence filled the forest. Akanni breathed heavily. His body was covered with wounds. He raised his charms in thanksgiving, and then suddenly, a brilliant sunlight pierced through the storm cloud. The forest became silent. The dead lion began to glow. Akanni watched it in disbelief, while the mighty lion slowly transformed into a tiny lion cub. His eyes widened. Before he could understand what was happening, the cub transformed once again into a beautiful newborn baby boy, wrapped completely in spotless white clothes. Akanni's charms fell from his hands. His spear dropped to the ground. He stood speechless. Then tears flowed down his cheeks. He knelt before the child. "Olodumare, you have answered 12 years of prayers." He gently carried the baby. The little boy smiled, and Akanni laughed through his tears. He thanked God all the way home, and as he reached his compound, Ashabi, his beautiful wife, rushed outside. She saw her husband. She saw the baby. She couldn't believe her eyes. She screamed with joy, and she ran into Akanni's arms. The couple cried together. Their waiting was finally over. The entire village gathered. Drums echoed. Women danced. Old men sang. The children celebrated. Everybody wanted to witness the miracle. Akanni and Ashabi dressed beautifully in matching ashoki. Standing before the whole village, Akanni lifted the child towards the bright morning sun. With tears streaming down his face, he declared, "Olodumare, this child has come from you. Today I return him into your hands. Guide him, protect him, let him fulfill your purpose." The villagers shouted with joy, "Ashe!" And together they named him Akanni Olode, the lion hunter. If you are enjoying this amazing story, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Celebrity Box TV, and tell us in the comment section, do you believe miracles still happen today? We would love to hear your thoughts. Now let's continue with the story. 5 years has passed, while Akanni grew into a lively young boy. Everywhere his father went, he followed his footsteps. He learned how to identify animal footprints and how to respect the forest, how to survive without fear. Most importantly, his father taught him to depend on Olodumare instead of charms alone. Another 5 years passed, then another. Akanni became taller, he became stronger, more courageous, and his body became muscular. His courage amazed even experienced hunters. Soon, Akanni grew old. His legs became weak. His hunting days slowly came to an end, and one afternoon, Akanni returned from hunting. He respectfully presented a freshly hunted rabbit to his father. Akanni smiled proudly, "My son, today I hand over the responsibility of protecting this village to you." Akanni knelt, touched his father's feet, accepted the honor with humility. From that day, he became the lead hunter. Every hunting expedition ended successfully. He defeated giant boars, powerful buffaloes, wild leopards, monstrous beasts that frightened nearby villages. Whenever Akanni returned, hunters followed behind him singing songs of victory. Each hunter carried different animals on their shoulders. Villagers welcomed them with dancing. Drums echoed throughout the village. Bonfires burned brightly. Everyone celebrated the courage of the new leader. Akanni sat proudly outside his house watching his son become the man he had prayed for all those years. Ashabi smiled with tears of joy. Their miracle child had become the pride of the entire kingdom. Life had finally become beautiful, but destiny still had another chapter waiting. Because on one unforgettable day, a tragedy occurred. One event that will change the lives of Akanni and Ashabi, Kiniun, and the entire village forever. What happened? You will find out in the next exciting episode. If you enjoyed this story, please like, share, and subscribe to Celebrity Box TV for more inspiring Yoruba stories, folk tales, and epic adventures. Also, tell us in the comment section what do you think will happen to Kineon in episode 2. Thank you for watching. See you in the next episode of Akanni Olode Oru.